Yeah.
Inhumane, really.
Inhumane,
Yeah.
gruesome. Yeah.
The practices need to kind of change if that's how bad they are.
Okay, well, what you just watched was organic, free range, and like the best of the best. So, yeah, yeah. Right. You said you'd be okay with it if it was done in a better way. What would that way look like?
Or there are some more dignifying ways.
You okay? So, cool. Thank you, mate. Cool. Yeah, cool. What we're doing, once people have seen the footage of what you just seen, is asking you, what's your emotions? Like, how do you feel? They come together?
That
How you
was,
doing,
that was
man?
gruesome to watch.
It was gruesome.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah,
Gruesome?
yeah.
Yeah, put your umbrella up. Yeah.
Inhumane, really.
Inhumane,
Yeah.
gruesome. Yeah.
It'd be sad
Yeah.
that that's happening.
It's
Shocking that's
Shocking
happening
as
to
well,
animals,
yeah.
right?
appalling, really.
Yeah. Would you say that there are systems and industries that you're against?
Not necessarily. Like I'm not vegan, but I think the practices need to kind of change if that's how bad they are.
Okay, well, what you just watched was organic, free range, and like the best of the best. So, yeah, yeah, right. It's all
do
like
that.
industry standard, best practice. So you said you'd be okay with it if it was done in a better way. What would that way look like?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what
I'm
the
sure there are
better
some
way is.
even less dignifying ways. I mean, that's not. Or there are some more dignifying ways, rather. That's just practically inhumane. So,
How would that look? Like, how is the most dignified way to take a life?
I know. Killing an animal is killing an animal, but I'm really not quite sure, to be honest. But they are definitely.
But
should
they're
definitely
treated
better
like
ways.
waste. The animals are basically treated like waste, which is something I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I would say that there is no humane way to take a life of an animal, and I think that there's no right way to do a wrong thing. I think that the life of the animal is important to the life of the animal, as my life is important to me, and I'm sure your lives are important to you.
Yeah.
And I think that we should live a life where we allow animals to have the right to their own life. Would you agree or would you disagree?
Mostly I agree. Yeah, I mean, I'm not vegan, but yeah.
What parts
I
would
mean,
you disagree with?
After seeing this video, I think there's just a lot to think about, actually.
Yeah?
So that's what I was
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
It gives us a
because-
lot to think about.
Yeah, because the reason why I'm vegan is because I saw 30 seconds of the dairy industry. I saw a black and white mother cow on her side, and they were cutting her neck, and then I realised that's what I was paying for milk, and that was me done. I was like, no way, like I'm against animal abuse, so I'm not going to pay for it. Would you say you're against animal abuse?
I mean, yeah, I'll
Yes.
say after seeing this, yes.
Yeah. Do you think that you need meat, eggs, dairy, or fish in your diet or in your life to survive?
To survive, no.
Cool. So would you then agree with me that if you don't need it to survive, you are then paying for it as a choice?
Yeah, perhaps choice and norms and things like that.
Choice, norms. There's a few things, right? Like norms, maybe culture,
Yeah.
social pressure,
Yeah.
conditioning.
Yeah.
If you put yourself in the victim's position and they used any of them justifications, would you accept that as a justification? We've always done it. It's a social norm. It's my culture. Yeah, right. We can evolve. We can change.
Yeah.
There's plenty of things that are wrong in this world. This is an injustice that most people pay for, at least on a daily basis.
Yeah.
That they have the ability and the power to change. So the reason why we're speaking to nice people like yourselves today is just trying to instill that fire to go, you know what? This is wrong. What I've just seen is wrong. And I don't need to contribute it because I don't need to eat meat, eggs, dairy or fish.
Yeah.
I don't want to choose to put that animal in that position. I'll choose the vegan option. Like, what would stop you? Is there anything that you immediately would think, I couldn't be vegan because of that?
Not necessarily. Like I said, this really gives us a lot to think about, really. I mean,
It does.
most of us have gone through most of our lives,
Yeah,
this is what we're used to seeing, and then, just seeing this, and
Of course.
gives us a lot to really think about, a lot to introspect rather.
Yeah, I mean, I was the same. We're coming from no place of judgment because I grew up eating meat. I'm a bodybuilder. I eat more meat, eggs, dairy, and fish than anybody.
Yeah.
But for me, when I saw what I saw, all I saw then was a victim. I didn't see milk, I didn't see cheese, I didn't see chicken breasts like I did before. I saw victims, and I saw innocent animals that had the desire to live, chopped up into little packets. And I can't ever unsee what I just saw. And you guys heard the audio as well. You'll never unhear the gas chamber. You can't unhear that. And is it over 88? I think it's 88% of pigs or more are gassed in that way. It's like high percentages. Like what you've seen is like you can't avoid it. You know what I'm saying? And there's no better way. So if you sort of think to yourself, you know what, small holdings or organic free range is done nicer, they all end up in that slaughterhouse. And the injustice is in the taking of the life itself. It's not a welfare issue; it's a justice issue. I'll say something. You tell me if you agree. I think animals should at least have one right. We're not fighting for animals to have rights like humans, like to vote and all this sort of stuff. I think that animals should have at least one right, and that's the fundamental right to their life. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been really nice talking to you guys.
Yeah.
I got 3, so you lucked out. You got an extra one, man. You can check some more. Let me give you one of these cards as well. Just remember though, like today, as a QR thing there, what you're saying, the longer it takes for you to actually come to the conclusion that animals should have the right to live, you will be directly paying for animal abuse for things like taste pleasure. And we don't need to, right? You agreed we don't need to do it. So the longer it takes you to make that decision, you'll be personally paying for that to happen to them. Thank you so much for a good conversation. Have an amazing day, guys. Thanks. They're really nice people. They were open. And what I like with people like that is when you actually put the questions to them, they think about it. They're not just answering without thinking about it. So really nice. And they agreed with me. So all good.